I'm just going to share a couple ideas that I have on the topic of water. And God said, "Let there be water." Nowhere will you read a creation point of water. And nowhere will you read where God spoke water into existence. Because water always has been. Water may very well be the only thing in this existence that you can touch that is not of this existence. This open airspace that we live in was created. But before this open airspace ever was, there was water. Man can pollute water, but man cannot destroy water. Water is indestructible. Most people think, water, I gotta drink water or else I'll die. I'll dry up and die. Oh, you won't. My advice, if you drink water, drink it with what you eat. And hopefully what you eat is actually good for you. In doing so, the water that you drink will not just directly pull from your body things that are important. It'll pull from whatever you ate and give your body a little bit of a cushion. And some of what the water pulls from the food, you might get some of it back instead of just peeing out vital nutrients. Revelation 21 verse 1 says, "And I saw a new heaven and a new earth. For the first heaven and the first earth were passed away, and there was no more sea." Now these are just opinions, but there's two ways I can imagine there being no more sea. One would be absolutely no water there, or absolute water there. That would eliminate any bodies of water. I know, a river of life sounds like water. Maybe it is, maybe it's not. And it may be real hard to cry if you're totally in water and you are a being that can move through water even more easy than you move through this air right now. When the men were chopping down trees and the axe head flew off the handle and landed in the river, they cried unto Elisha the prophet, and he went over there with a stick, stuck it in the water, and the axe head swam to shore. People always think the axe head came to life, but it was in water. Jesus turned water into wine. Everybody's so focused on the wine part, they forget entirely about the water. And Jesus commanded storms to cease. Clouds are made out of water, water's in the sky, just throwing that out there. Now, I'm absolutely theorizing with this one, but Jesus curses the fig tree and it dries up and dies. So, like I said, just my theory, Jesus is communicating to the water and the water leaves the tree and it dies. Where there's water, there's life. Where there is life, there is God. I'm sure God can go anywhere and everywhere that he wants to go. But just think about it like this. If we are suitable for this air environment and can only go where we can breathe this air, and God is a being that probably nobody understands, he's a spirit. Can't say there's a big science about spirits out there. But I would say there's a big connection between God and water. Like I said, where there's water, there's life, there's God. Jesus walked on water. Why? How? Christ communicates to God. God communicates to anything he wants to. In this case, water. God can make that water just as solid as any ground you walk on to somebody that can communicate to it or him. One last thing before I close this video out, and it will have nothing to do with what I've said in this video. I found a little parallel to Thor's hammer. A weapon to destroy or a tool to build with. Now, in the same kind of way, you could apply that to religion. However you want to, however you see fit. A weapon to destroy or a tool to build with. What it's destroying, what it's building, that's up to you to decide. Thanks for watching.